So in this tutorial, I'll show you step by step how to crochet this beginner-friendly flower granny square, and I'll show you a few tips along the way so you understand why you're doing the things you're doing and not just going along with the motions. So, of course, we put this to the side. I think this is my favorite one. I will not lie. I think these colors, they overdid it. They overdid themselves. So for this tutorial, you'll need yarn in 4 colors. As you can see, I used 4 colors for each one of these squares, these lovely colors. And you're also going to need 4 colors for this. Any weight will do, but for this tutorial, I'm using DK weight. And of course, you're going to need a matching hook to the yarn you have. Mine is a 4mm hook, and you're going to need your scissors handy. And of course, your darning needle as well to darn in all those lovely ends that you're going to make with this project. So one of the things I love about granny squares is how versatile they are. And I love how while I was making these ones, my niece actually snagged one of the squares and turned it into a coaster. It wasn't only a coaster, it was a lot of things. It was a lot of things. And as you can see from the picture, it really went through it from this to what you're seeing right there. Anyway, let's begin our lovely flower granny square. We're gonna make the flower granny square. So we begin with our center, and of course you're going to leave about a 6 to 7 inch tail that you're going to use to darn in back into your project so they don't peek out. I didn't do that with this one, and you can see when I weave them in, some of them are a bit conspicuous. So you can leave 6 to 7 inches is good, or at least 5 inches, please. Just use the distance from your wrist all the way up to the tip of your finger to measure this length if you don't have a tape measure. Amount of length, and make my slip knot, and with that I'm going to chain 4. The chain 4, I'm going to join it into that first chain with a slip stitch so that we can form the ring where we are going to work our project into. So first you're going to chain 3, and this chain 3 right there counts, the first 2 chains count as our double crochet, and the chain 1 is a chain 1. So we have a double crochet and a chain 1. Then you're going to work right into that ring. You're going to work double crochet and a chain 1. Again, double crochet and a chain 1, and you're going to repeat that double crochet and chain 1 until you have 8 of them. And a chain 1, double crochet, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and a chain 1. Then you're going to join your work right into that second chain of the beginning chain 3. You see, now we have 1, because you say the beginning chain 2 counts as a double crochet. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and of course 8 chain 1 spaces spread evenly through that lovely circle. So we are going to fasten this off. Again, leave a considerable amount of length that you'll use to turn in later. Alligator. Put that onto the side, and you take your second color. I'm not going to make the mistake I made in the washcloth video. I'm just slowly going to pull the yarn. Slowly but surely. Chain 1. So now we are creating the petals, and we'll do that. You can see from this square right here, we are creating the petals in the second round. Good morning, Mama.
What are you doing?
I'm recording a video tutorial.
You're talking.
Yes, Mom, I'm talking.
I'm not here. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, Mom. So, as I was saying, we're going to be creating the petals for the round 2. So we'll do that into the chain 1 spaces that we made in the first round. So let me just move this to the back of my work like that. You can join this yarn in any of the chain 1 spaces. You pull it up and you're going to chain 2, and then you work 2 double crochet into that space. As I said, the chain 2 counts as a double crochet. So what you have here is actually 3 double crochets. So you're going to do that and then chain 1. Then in the next space, you're going to work 3 double crochet, then chain 1. Is that a knot? Why am I always finding knots in my yarn, surely? How did this one even get here?
And can it be undone?
Oh, this is a tight one. I think I'll just leave it. I'll leave it and maybe I'll weave it in. No. Eee, success! So, again you work 3 double crochets and a chain 1. You work 3 double crochets and chain 1 all the way to the end. And of course, when you get to the end, you join.
But how are you going to join that circle?
I'm going to use a slip stitch. Okay, Mama?
Slip stitch.
Slip stitch, Mama. I'm going
What
to...
does a slip stitch look like?
It looks like a chain, but into a stitch.
Okay.
Then you snip this one right off. And there we have our second round. Then we take our third color.
That's the red color. Where is the second color?
The second color was this one right here, Mama. This one that we used here.
You are using it to make what?
I'm using it to make a pattern for this granny square.
2, 1. I think these ones are 4.
Yes, they are 4 more.
4. 2 plus 2 is 4.
Yes.
Then when you open like this,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like you're making a fin. Window.
Window.
But you have to crochet them together and then it will become a window.
Yes, you can crochet them together, then it becomes a wall hanging. You put on your wall so that you have a window on your wall. So for the third round, we are going to join our third color, which is olive, and you're going to join them again in the chain 1 spaces from the previous round. So for this round, you're going to give it a bit of a structure and a square shape like that. So first, we move this piece right here to the back of our work. Like that. Oh, like that. Then we join in the third color in any one of the chain 1 spaces. Oh, I left a little bit of yarn, Mama. You shouldn't do this. You should leave a bigger tail so that you can weave it in. Okay. So you insert that over there, pull it through, and you work a chain 2. And of course, this chain 2 is going to count as a double crochet.
Double crochet, double crochet. Only it looks like something you're hiding here. Ooh.
Okay. Okay, so now we work 2 more double crochets into that space, and then we chain 3, and into that same space you're going to work 3 double crochets.
Okay.
And what you've done right there is you've made your first corner. So in the next space you're going to work 3 half double crochets.
That will look like someone who is a cat.
Yes, it will look like a cat because of the ears.
That will look like someone who is a cat.
Indeed, it will look like
Meow, 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 meow.
It will look like a cat. Then you work 3 double crochets, and there we have our cat apparently. So you can see the reason why we work a half double crochet over here is because since you're working around a circle, the heights of the stitches are going to be different. So what we do is we put a half double crochet into the next space so that it evens out that edge over there, so that we can have a semblance of straightness as we go through. So that's what you're going to do all the way around. You're going to work a half double crochet, another corner, half double crochet, another corner, half double crochet, and then you're done, and you're going to have your lovely square shape. So let's get to it.
But they look.
You're trying to join them together, Mom.
Yeah.
I don't think it will work like that, but I'll join. Once I make another project, there's something I think I want to make with these squares, but there are too many. We'll definitely have leftovers, and then I'll make for you your lovely window. Window.
Well, that's what a hand hat I mean.
Yes, I'll make for you a window, and I'll also make for you a way so that you can open it. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, Mom. So, what will we call your window pattern? We'll think about a name for this window. Maybe we'll call it Lexi's window.
LW.
Call it LW. Okay. So we join it to that second chain of the beginning, chain 3, to close it off.
You want to close it off.
Yes, you want to close off this circle again, Mama, with a slip stitch. A slip stitch looks like a chain. Okay. And just put your hook inside there. You have very tight stitches, Mama. I really should relax my grip, but really, what's the point after all these years?
You have to work with your HDC for the entire week.
For the entire week? I only use HDC. I love HDC, Mama, but that's a bit
consistent.
That's one word for it, Mama. That's one word for it. So we slip stitch. Oh, the struggle.
What is the struggle?
The struggle. Oh, Mama, inserting my hook into that chain was a struggle. I have tight chains. I have tight stitches generally, but my chains, sometimes they're loose, sometimes they're tight. Yummy. Now look how it has made our nini misshapen, our square. He made it too tight, so don't make that mistake. Make them a bit loose. Make your chains loose. And I usually have loose chains. I don't know what happened over here, but that is a-okay.
You have to cut off this thing.
Yes, Mama, after we weave them in, you don't just cut, because if you just cut, your work will come undone. It will unravel, and then you'll have no window squares.
No window squares.
If your flower does this right here, or is starting to curl or look a bit dramatic, don't panic. Just count your stitches. Most times when it's curling, it's either because you've skipped a stitch somewhere, or maybe an extra stitch has sneaked in somewhere. So crochet has a really funny way of humbling us. Look at that. Look at that. And I'm the teacher. So yes, make sure that you actually have the right number of stitches. You're going to have HDCs, 3 of them in each of the edges, just directly across from each other. And each corner is going to have 3 double crochets, a chain 3 and a 3 double crochet.
Now we are going to do 4th row. I make your
What does it look like, Mama? It looks like an octopus. Ooh. Or a jellyfish. Ooh.
Oh, you know someone eats jelly.
Someone eats jelly. Yes, Mama, jelly.
Agelia.
Oh, Agelia eats jelly. You're right.
It's someone who is someone who eats all of the jelly.
Someone who eats all of the jelly is called Agelia.
Yes. Where were you?
In round number 4. So, we are going to make our slip stitch, our slip knot, and insert this in any one of the 4 corners that we have, because you're now going to add more structure to this square that we made right over here. So we are going to insert that right there and chain 2. Then into that space, you're going to work 2 more double crochets, then work a chain 3, and double crochet. And you're going to work double crochet in each of these spaces. That's what you're doing for this round, working into the spaces and working double crochet clusters.
Hey, clusters. What are clusters?
A cluster is a group of stitches. Okay, you see the way these ones, the 3 are holding hands, the 3 are holding hands, the 3 are holding hands. Once they hold hands, Mama, they become a cluster. Okay, when you get to this corner, we are also going to work 3 double crochets, chain 3 and 3 double crochet right into that chain 3 space from the previous round. When you get to the second edge, you're going to work a cluster of 3 DCs into the spaces right over there between the clusters from the previous round.
Previous round. Previous round.
Previous round.
Previous round. Previous round. Maya, see them together. They're holding legs.
You're holding legs.
These strings are the legs of this grand.
Why are they holding legs? The strings are the legs. Oh, these ends are the legs. They're not hands. Okay, so if the stitches are holding hands, these are legs.
Are the hands.
Oh, correct. These ones are the hands, so these ones have to be the legs.
The strings will be the legs.
The legs, Mama.
Like someone who is an octopus.
Yes.
Are you going to edit this?
Yes, I'm going to edit it, Mama. It's our tutorial for the week, how to make this lovely flower granny square. We finish our round by working a slip stitch into the second chain of that beginning chain 2. And of course, we snip that off. As you can see, although crochet is very humbling, it's also very forgiving. Even with the mistake that you made initially, we're still getting straight edges. So it's really, really awesome. And we have our flower granny square. You can stop right here and use the square as is, or you can continue adding rounds. And at this point, it just increases similar to the classic granny square, which is 3DC clusters along the edges and 3DC, chain 3, 3DC in the corner spaces. So additional rounds can of course turn this into a larger square, which you can use to make a blanket. You can use to make pillow panels, cardigan pieces, and I really love using neutral joining colors because it helps the flowers to stand out. So if you want your flower to really stand out, you can use bold colors at the center and something neutral for the edging. If you'd like a written pattern for this square, I'm going to link it down in the description box where you can get it. And of course, Have a lovely time of it. Until next time, happy crocheting.
Happy crocheting. Stay honest.
You want them to stay honest?
Yeah, stay honest and think what you want to crochet with these squares.
Yes, yes. Stay honest and think about what you want to crochet with these squares.
Stay honest.
Stay honest and tell us.